Hey guys, and welcome to the Working Money channel. So guys, I did my regular video this morning, and then of course I get comments in the comments section, but what about Bearable Guy? He just released a new riddle. And yeah, I was a bit late on the uptake. He did that last night, and Sam I Am has decoded this riddle with great detail, I think. And so guys, if you want a very detailed decoding of this riddle, or at least Sam's interpretation of what it means, I suggest you watch his video. I will link it in the description. I wanted to just go over a few of the basic points though. And so for those of you who have not realized this by now, this is going to be a Bearable Guy video, so if you do not want to know about Bearable Guy, turn off the video immediately. So Rachel Lee has been receiving some tweets from her followers here. One person sums up a lot of kind of the salient points here. What I found especially poignant was that Bearable Guy is kind of explaining to us 589, and so he is explaining that it does mean various different things. It isn't just a price. However, his famous 589 price prediction from back last February indeed was a price because there was a dollar sign in front of the number, but 589 does mean some other things. Interesting here, the white papers are being recycled. I kind of assumed or thought that this was almost like a hand steering the ship, and I interpreted this almost as the powers that be are still steering the ship, yet we know white papers are being recycled, bunch of different altcoins are just being pumped out. The biggest things here, BTC on one side, while XRP and USD on the other side. 2019 is looking bright, especially the month of May. Are we going to get the regulations sorted out by then? Brad Garlinghouse, the knight, throwing down the gauntlet. As you can see here, his glove has been thrown down. The king is looking to throw a wrench into the plans of what's happening. And of course, behind the scenes, we don't know what's happening, but we're assuming Swift really doesn't want this to kind of happen. They have been in power for 40 plus years, and they do not want to see change. I like how Bearable Guy has also incorporated some of his former riddles into this riddle, like the jar of molasses. The jar is on the edge here, and once regulation occurs and the gavel falls, the jar will indeed fall as it's teetering precariously on the edge. Lid will pop off, price will go nuts. So it's all pointing to what we've all been saying, essentially, that the price is going to go haywire once regulations are passed. That is kind of the bare bones interpretation of this. This thing is rife with imagery and symbols. And so the next one here, persevere. So these were all sent to Rachel Lee by the XRP community. And a lot of this is all kind of the same thing. In this one in particular, we're seeing here the Phoenix from the Economist 1988 article, in the fire. Could we see a new world currency come out of all this? Very interesting perspective. And so again, guys, I'll link all these tweets in the description. I link everything in the description if you want to take a look closer at some of these things. Basically, Rachel Lee says, my understanding is all is going according to plan, and that's exactly what I think too. Bearable Guy is just telling us, you know what, relax, enjoy your Christmas season, everything's going to plan, just keep hodling, persevere, as we saw in this riddle here. The symbols indicate that, just to persevere, keep hodling, and don't worry about it. The Faceless King, JP Morgan, is running scared and trying to sabotage the contracts with his wrench, and that's a point I wanted to bring up here. Could that have to do with the Swift CEO stepping down after era of tech disruption in global banking? Well, as we know, this guy was the CEO of Swift. If you go to his, and I did a video on this, if you go to his Twitter page, this guy's totally into crypto. So maybe he was suggesting to Swift some ideas that were, let's say, unpopular within the company, i.e., hey guys, Ripple's really kind of got a leg up on us. Maybe we should just partner with them? Something along those lines. You know, strike a deal, partner with them, whatever. And I'm sure there were board members that are the kinds of types that are high on power. You know, egos prevail. Common sense doesn't really. And they kind of probably told him, hey, look, you know, that's not a very popular idea here. They are our competition. We do not want to do that. So could this be what these riddles are, or rather here, could this be what we're talking about here? The king is trying to throw a wrench in the plan, and could that be connected to Gottfried Leibbrandt's exit from Swift? But we got to remember that all these things tie together, and Bearable Guy's a very intelligent person. Clearly, he takes the time to make these riddles for us. And so what does it all mean? Well, when you take a look at this tweet here, Rachel Lee says nothing happens until something moves, and that was from this Bearable Guy riddle here. Amazon, the bookshelf, gets going soon. That's an interesting interpretation as well. Amazon bookshelf this gets price moving, tips over the jar, and regulations begin to seep out, it's going to be a good Christmas for those who have persevered. Again, according to BearableGuy123, don't sell just yet. 2019 will be huge. And so again, the original riddle, and then Bearable Guy's former riddles. So nothing happens until something moves. And then the jar of molasses. So guys, when you look at all these things together, basically the message is that things are still in motion. He gives a little more clarity on what 589 means. Again, I'd watch the Sam I Am video for that. Lots of things are going on behind the scenes. And since the sun is pointing at May here, May 2019, we're thinking that this is kind of Bearable Guy's best estimation now. I think with all these things kind of sussed out, his best estimation is when we're going to see a moonshot. But I want to hear what you guys think. Please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Like the video if you like the content I'm providing. I always love hearing your comments. See you in the next one, guys.